How to move chords up the fretboard. Chords can be moved all the way up the fretboard using certain shapes, but this will change the key of the chord. So let's say we're playing an E major chord in open position. Now, if we're going to take that same E major shape and make that a bar chord on the first fret, we're actually playing an F chord. That's because we've changed the root notes inside the chord and made it in a completely different key. But how would we take this E major chord and play it in a different spot up the neck without changing the key? Now we're going to use the cage system for this. This takes the simple chord shapes that we already know and allows us to move them all the way up the fretboard without changing the key of the chord. So if we were to spell out caged, we see that E is right before D. We're going to play a D bar chord on the second fret here, but it'll sound the same as the E chord because we're going to be playing the same notes. It's just a different shape. So here's our open E major chord. And then we're going to go here and play our D shape. And we can hear that they sound the same. There'll be some tonal differences because we are moving up the neck, but overall it's going to be the same chord, just different voicings. Now you could do this with any chord just by following the cage pattern. So if you're going to play an open A chord, then the next part of the cage system would be a G chord. Then we play our bar G. We're just going to find the next root note on the neck, and that's where we're going to continue with our chords. We're just going to find our root note and then position that G chord in that right spot where that A root note would be and play that chord. Then after that, we could play the E chord positioned off that root note and then the D chord, and then it would just go back to the C and then A and then just keep repeating over and over. It's important to learn the root notes along the low E and A string so that we can identify what key our chords are in, and so that we'll be able to move them up the neck. So when I'm playing that F bar chord, I know that my root note is right here, holding down the low E string, first fret, that's my F note. And then if I can move it up to the G, I'm holding down that G root note. So it's super important to learn these. If you have any other guitar-related questions you want the answer to, send me a message using the link in the description box. I'd love to hear from you.